Hey guys, so I was looking around for some cheap PAF clones for Les Paul, and I came across the Epiphone Alnico Classic Pros and the Epiphone Probuckers on AliExpress. I tried going around the web to see if I could find some info on these AliExpress pickups and whether they were real or fake, but all I could find was some people saying that they never tried them or even seen them, but that they must be fake because of their low price. While others bought them and they said they were great sounding pickups and therefore they must be real. Well, these are all opinions and they are kind of biased because the people that didn't buy them probably paid a lot more for a guitar that already came with these pickups, and the people that actually bought them um, probably want to justify their purchase. So I decided to buy them both, as you can see here. Um, and since they were so cheap, so I could actually see what was inside these pickups. Um, I'm going on an attempt to see if these pickups are actually real or not. Keep in mind that these won't be like 100% accurate. Uh, it's just to see if they are at least built the same way as the Epiphones are. Also, I don't own any real original Epiphone pickups or Epiphone guitars, so I can compare them side by side. But I found some information online, some pictures, and maybe we can compare them that way. Let's see what we can do. So first of all, this is my order. They were like 20 bucks each one. For the whole set. I paid a little extra on this one because I wanted some electronics to try them. So these are the Alnico Classic Pros, and these are the Probuckers. So first of all, I don't know if you want to see, but a second. This is me disassembling. Uh, I mean, nope. This is me unpackaging said pickups. They came, like as you can see here, they came very well packaged with some aluminum foil. Then inside that aluminum foil we had a little bit more of this white paper thingy, plastic. Uh, So these are the, let's see, the Alnico Classic Pros. Yeah, this one is the bridge. These are the screws that came with the set of pickups. And I'm putting everything back into the bag. This is the electronics. As I will show here, they do have the Epiphone stamp. Uh, One of them says made in Korea, Jin Sung, and the other one I'll probably show a bit later. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but they do have Epiphone stamped on them. Same with the output jack. Yeah, there you go. And the last pot, I think I'll show it now. Yeah, it's an Alpha A500K. So they are not exactly the same pots, both the tones, they are not exactly the same pots, but they are pretty similar. Also, they are very smooth when you turn them. They are really smooth. They are really nice feeling pots at least. I have to say that I haven't yet put them on a guitar to see whether or not they are good. Uh, but yeah, at least they are nice feeling. They have a very smooth turn. And here we have the pickup rings. I wanted to order some black, but I kind of forgot. Oh well, And lastly, the Probuckers. Also plastic, then aluminum foil, and then more plastic inside, and then a plastic bag, and then more of this white plastic inside. They came real well packaged. Yeah, there you go. The Probuckers. I'm kind of skipping this because this is a 14-minute video and probably no one cares. So it's just to show kind of what I got here. Well, there we go. Put everything back and it's done. The rings, more rings, and the electronics. Yeah, there we go. So, DC resistance. Um, I went online and got this Epiphone pickup chart. You can see the link here. I think this is, yeah, this is Epiphone Wiki, so this is probably official. And what I have here is the Alnico Classic Pros. Should have around an 8.15k ohm. Uh, this doesn't say if it is the neck or the bridge pickup, but well, this is what we have to work with. And the Probucker 2 has around 8.4 on the neck and 9k on the bridge. Keep in mind that the DC resistance may vary according to the multimeter that you have. So these readings may be a little bit hit or miss by, I don't know, 0.2, 0.3 k ohms, give or take. Um, okay, so then after I read these, I went online on some other websites and forums and checked people that actually measured their own pickups. And the information I got here is the Alnico Classic Pro has around a 7.7 on the neck and 8.25k on the bridge, uh, give or take. And the Probuckers, the 2, which is the neck pickup, Probucker 2, has around 8.05k on the neck and 8.89k on the bridge. It's kind of similar to what we see here. Um, the neck pickup actually reads a little bit less, and the bridge as well. While the Alnico Classics, what we have here is like 8.15k ohms, and the information I have is 7.7 on the neck, which is a lot less than this, and 8.25k on the bridge, which is a little bit more than this. I don't know if they are rounding the number or something. I don't know. So these are the readings that I got from my pickups. Um, they are a little bit different from the ones that you get from the website, but keep in mind that I'm doing these readings through the output jack because of the quick connector cable. It's very hard to read with a normal multimeter. So what I did was I just connected the multimeter to the output jack. So there is a little bit less resistance than it should have because of the volume pot and the tone pot. So anyway, the readings that I got were 8.15k for the Probucker neck pickup. Okay, it should have around 8.4. So if we discount the little bit that I lose because of the volume pot, it should be around the same ballpark. And 8.67 on the bridge, which should read around 9. Again, I'm reading it through the output jack, so yeah, it's actually similar. It's in the same ballpark, I'd say. As for the Alnico Classic Pros, this is the neck pickup, 7.87, also measured through the output jack. This is kind of similar to what we read in the specs, and kind of similar with what I saw people saying online. It's not exactly the same, but it's kind of similar. and 8.55 on the bridge pickup. Lastly, I wanted to talk about well, the disassembly process that I did with these pickups. So, as I said in the beginning of the video, I don't own personally any Epiphone, especially not with any of these kind of pickups, but I don't own Epiphones at all. Tried them once, didn't like them, never looked back. So I found online this guy on the Simmer Duncan forums that actually had a Epiphone. I think this is a 339. I'm not sure. It's some kind of semi-hollow that came with the Alnico Classic Pros. And he was kind enough to actually open his own pickups. And yeah, here are the resistance that he found. If you see, they are very similar to what I found on my pickups. They are very, very similar to what I found. But again, this may vary according to the multimeter that you are using. To yeah, it's an ES339 by the way. So without further ado, let's go and check on the photos. So first he took off the covers, cleaned them. I think he did all this process to change the magnets. He wanted an oriented A5 magnet on his pickups. I think he explains. Yeah, he wanted a polished A3 in the neck and a polished A2 in the bridge. I don't know. That's what he said. So, uh, this is the cover. This is probably the original magnet. I'm not sure, but probably. And this is the backplate, which is exactly the same as mine. Even the one thing that I noticed is that these ends are kind of sharp. Um, some Seymour Duncans and stuff have these a bit more rounded. So that was kind of a red flag for me at first. But when I saw these pictures, I'm like, yeah, they are pretty much the same as the pickups that I got. Also, when he opens, as you can see, we have some wood spacings. They say it's maple, but it doesn't matter. It's some wood spacings. Usually, most pickups that are made nowadays actually have plastic spacings on them. And these wood spacers were mostly used on PAF originally on the 50s and 60s. So you don't see these much anymore. So I am assuming that if my pickups have some wood spacings like these ones, I'm assuming they are may at least be built in a very similar way to the Epiphones, but they are probably real because I doubt that if they were trying to fake these, they would go through this length of changing what's actually inside the pickup. Some more pictures of the covers, base plates. Okay, I don't have any actual pictures of my screws. I forgot to took them, and now it's kind of late. But they seem exactly the same as the screws that actually came with the pickups that I bought. These seem really, really similar, probably the exact same. Also, this is the Alnico Classic Pros, by the way. Also, I saw online this guy that compared the Gibson 57 Classic versus a Epiphone Probucker 2, which is the neck pickup. Um, he goes about the construction differences on these two pickups. Spoiler alert, they are pretty much the same thing. Um, well, yeah, here you can see the maple spacers or wood spacers. Um, he goes and measures all these pickups. He compares them on these graphics. I'll put a link of this information on the video description if you want to look at it with a bit more. I don't know. So first he took off the covers, roughly the same amount of wax. Uh, he then compares the slugs. As you can see, maple spacers. Look at these screws. Okay, these, by the way, this bottom one is the Epiphone one, and the top one is the Gibson one. He explains that somewhere around this text, but yeah, I'm just telling you so you don't have to look for it. Also, this is the pole pieces of the pickup. The top one is the Epiphone one, which, as you can see, has a finer thread to it than the actual Gibson one. It's not very much different, but it's well, it's a little bit different. He goes and he compares the several screws, metal types. He interchanges the screws in one pickup to the other. He changes the bobbins one pickup to the other, and the information, as you can see, it's that the pickups are practically the same thing. Comparison of the Alnico 2 bar, as you can see, exactly the same readings, and that's it. Again, I'll put the link of all of this information on the description, so you can check for it if you actually want to. And without further ado, I will actually show you my disassembly process. So take the pickups out. Oh, okay, I'll do this on the Alnico Classic Pros because the Probuckers are covered, and I don't feel right now the need to take off the covers and all that. I'll probably do that later because I want to change the wire for some braided wire. But for now, I just want to see what's actually inside the pickup, if it is at least similar to what we can find on the online photos that I found. So first I open the pickup. I'm looking for some tools. Okay, first I take off the screws. There we go. Boring process, I'll just skip it. Okay, these are the screws. As you can see, they are very similar to the ones on the picture, but later on the video I'll show them up closer. Okay, so now I'll go on a little bit of a difficulty while trying to take off this cover because I didn't want to remove this wraparound thing around the pickup, this tape thing. So I tried to only take a little bit and open it, but it didn't work. I ended up having to take the whole thing apart. Yeah, there we go, taking the tape. Yeah, this is the tape, by the way. And now I'm actually trying to open the pickup. Okay, here we go. So what can we find inside the pickup? An actual maple spacer. And I'll probably show it up closer. There we go. As you can see, we have an Alnico magnet right down here and the maple spacer. So this is pretty much what I wanted to show you. There's not much else that I'll show in this video. I'll just close the pickup. Oh, okay, the screws. As you can see, these are pretty much the same exact screws that are used on the other photos that I showed of the Epiphone. These are exactly the same, at least visually. They are the same kind of, I wouldn't say gold, but kind of golden color screws. Kind of same size, kind of same thread length. To me, they are the same. So now I'm putting the pickup back together, putting the tape around the pickup. There we go. Very pretty. And then I'm going to remove one of the pole pieces so I can show you on the camera. There we go. Lots of wax. This pickup had a lot of wax everywhere. Okay, here is the screw. I can't show any better than this. I then tried to get the screw closer to the camera, but the closer I got, the more blurry the image got. So this is the best that I can do. Uh, to me, they look the same as the Epiphone picture that I showed previously. Um, I don't know if they are or not, but to me they look exactly the same. Uh, as you can see, I try to show it a bit closer, but yeah, it gets worse and worse and worse. Try to put the fingers to see if the camera will focus, but yeah, it won't. So then I just put it back together, and yeah, there we go. Remove some a little bit of the excess wax, and there we go. The pickup is back together. So here are the photos again of the actual screws that I was saying that are very similar, the same kind of golden-ish color to them, and the next one, uh, the screw with the finer thread that I was talking about later. I think yeah they are the same. So conclusions. I think they are real. I haven't put them on a guitar yet and tested them because I just received them and as I'm making this video. I haven't tried them, but they seem to be at least built exactly the same as the Epiphone pickups. Even the base plates, everything looks exactly the same. The screws, everything. Um, so we can't be like 100% sure if they are real or not, but I would say, yeah, I would say they are real. Um, if you guys like this video, I don't know, maybe leave a like or a comment or something like that. I'm not thinking of making many more videos, so don't bother with subscribing or anything like that. Just enjoy the video for what it is. I hope the video has been helpful. I might, not sure, leave a comment again, but I might put them on the Les Paul and actually do some testings. I don't know, A/B them, maybe put them side to side with some similar Duncans and see the differences. I don't know. Um, let me know if you guys are interested in that. And yeah, that's it. This is all that I got for you. So I hope this video has been helpful and bye bye.